My name is Jack Peter Guior, and I am based out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And primarily, the two things that I like to shoot the most are street photography, I love street photography, and boudoir and like lingerie style stuff. Very intimate, so yeah.
Does this photo walk that you've attended?
It is. So my wife and I own a bridal shop, Altered Bride, and because of that, London reached out to us to borrow a dress from us. And it just so happened that, I'm a photographer, so she invited us to come tag along. And not particularly, I have shot a couple proposals, a lot of stuff like that where it's a little bit more intimate, but no weddings, not yet. Yes and no. I like to shoot primarily from like a kind of a street photographer style, meaning I really like capturing like raw kind of emotional moments. And with weddings, I've shot like one or two, and that's how I tend to shoot, but I am always a little trepidatious, with shooting weddings. It could be kind of a high stress environment. You never want to ruin the moment for somebody, so I'm on the fence with doing it, I guess. I thought it was really cool. I love getting to meet other creative people. I'm a very creative person, so sharing that passion with people is always really fun, and having that community is really cool. And what I really liked about the walk was watching everyone and how they perceive the same subject, like how they interpret like the same subject. And I think getting like tips and tricks from everybody and how they would approach shooting something was really helpful and really insightful, because it helped me become a better photographer and become a better creative. And it helped me kind of learn, because everyone's got weak spots. So like for me, a big weak spot is, like lighting and stuff like that. And I think everybody was really nice too. Sometimes when you work with other artists, people can kind of step on each other's toes, and we're just artists, so sometimes we're so passionate that I think we kind of forget about the other people in the room. So watching everyone be kind with each other and like really just work with one another to make something really beautiful is really awesome. I think that's fucking cool. Key takeaway: be confident in yourself. I work with a lot of girls, and with that comes a lot of communication. Like, because I shoot a lot of fashion editorials, which is another thing that I shoot, and I really love doing that, but like, learning how to communicate with girls, I think watching a lot of the group, them not necessarily communicating, it really makes a huge difference. And like, if you have a vision, like being able to actually articulate what you want to see the model doing, and being able to also like articulate what you want, and having everyone else see like, oh man, that is a cool idea, or like being able to throw in your own idea to help kind of build up on the idea of someone else. That's a really big takeaway. And not only that, but being confident in how you're shooting, because fear can get into your mind a lot. And I've noticed that happens a lot with me, just because I'm a human being and I'm an artist, so I'm scared of how sometimes people see my work. So being confident in shooting, especially around other creatives, is a really big takeaway. Just relaxing and knowing like you've got it and you can do it. I would say those are the two big ones, yeah. I think it's really cool watching them work, because they themselves, I know for a fact that because they're creatives, they probably have thoughts on like how we should be doing something, but letting them, like watching them take a step back and watch us kind of do our thing, but also chiming in and going, maybe you should try it this way, or, when I get a good shot, this is how I do it. You should try it this way. I think that's really strong, because it lets us like flex our own mind and lets us try and do what we're thinking, but then having them in the back going, that doesn't really work, or like the lighting doesn't look good there, so you should try it this way. I think that's really positive. And I think the way they structured it, where they give everybody like their own, like when we were shooting the altar, having everybody have 2 minutes, it's like, well, you can't go over that 2 minutes. You have to know what you're getting, and you have to be confident in what you're getting. I think that's a really good method too. It's scary, but it's fun, and it challenges you to like push yourself to do what you know you're capable of doing, and even beyond that. And I think that they did a great job. Yeah.